Hey guys, and welcome back to the Risky's Revenge playthrough.
There you go.
I was about to do that thing that I dislike, so I stopped myself. This is the final part. Yeah. And the worst of it's behind us, so yeah, I actually really like the end of the game, even though the final boss kicks my ass. So,
Yeah, as long as you got enough potions and magic potions, it's really I would say, war of attrition.
yeah. Yeah. It'd be a
I would
shame if
say it.
somebody forgot to buy potions and magic vials before the final boss, right?
I guess this is a part where having that oh god, it's a darkened dungeon.
Yeah, this area you don't really have to worry about anything though. It's pretty piss easy.
Yeah, it's pretty harmless. You're just looking for the water drops and the torches.
It's just it's really just there to build up suspense for the final area, really.
This is the area that you skip to if you decide to use the speed running strat of skipping through a ceiling.
You can do that?
Yeah,
They did it at AGDQ.
yeah. In AGDQ, they utilize the collision detection glitch, where if you attempt to, from a crouch position, whip and try and stand up at the same time, Shantae clips through the wall, well, the ceiling anyway. And the way the game handles the loading zones on your underground is that they load up all the underground areas at once.
Oh,
So
like
if you clip through the boundaries of one and enter the loading zone of another underground area, you go there.
so how much of the game do you actually have to play then?
You up until past Battle Tower. So you're just skipping the third dungeon.
You can skip the third dungeon?
Yeah.
You can skip both the coffee run and the squid babies?
Yes. Because you're clipping to this dark room and you're clipping to that door.
Oh wait, so what happens when the game tries to take away your mermaid then?
It acts as if you already have it.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, how do you get through the water area then?
No, you skip it.
No. No,
But you get to
the
this
water
room with the
area
door.
in that room though is the thing.
No, you skip to this door.
Oh, you skipped to here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently Roddy Tops sold out Uncle Mimic to Risky because reasons, I don't know.
Because she wanted brains.
She wanted Shantae's brain, right?
Yeah, brain and nothing else.
Get on it, fanfiction writers.
No, don't stop. Ryan, why?
That may be a little too graphic. But it's interesting. Like, one of the things I always find unique about the zombies in the Shantae universe is that they actually drink coffee to stay aware. Otherwise, they become regular zombies. Even though that's never really a thing that happens in this.
What if you say no?
Shantae says you don't have a choice anyway.
Yeah.
Thou must.
Yeah. Well, in Pirates
Uncle Mimic dies.
Well, in Pirate's Curse, you do fight normal zombies. So
Yeah.
I guess they're just smart and they don't spend money on overpriced coffees. You know, your sanity is a small price to pay for having.
It's
a full
only
wallet.
overpriced if you're stupid.
Your sanity is a small price to pay for a full wallet.
Now we got Risky round 2. Really the same fight, only with a different anchor, with a new anchor attack.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder, but not much. I think her cannonballs also spawn Tinkerbats too.
Yes, which is how you get health if you need it.
Yeah, you have to duck under the anchor, in order to dodge it.
It's also random too, whether or not it wants to use the anchor attack.
Yeah, there's no set pattern. I think it just chooses an attack whenever the hell it feels like it. And also, apparently, there's water behind there. Okay.
Well, we did swim through a lot of it, so it doesn't. It's not that much of a stretch. The thing I love the most about this design of the boss fight is Risky herself.
Oh yeah, she's like
she's just it's like she is absolutely not giving any sort of fuck.
she's just having a good time. Like she's just like. She's also animated surprisingly well, considering the fact that her sprite is shifting all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I get the feeling that she has her own sprite that's just sort of attached to the boss,
Probably.
and it's animating independently, and just moving along with it.
That probably makes sense.
Well, it's probably in the same layers of the boss because It'd probably put a little more stress on the system if they had to animate separately.
Probably. I get what you mean by Metal Slug, though. I haven't played a Metal Slug game, but it reminds me of that art style.
Oh man, you can't 2D. You talking about 2D sprite detail? You really can't get any more detailed than Metal Slug. It is amazing. Any Metal Slug.
No, like which one do you recommend playing?
Oh, I'd have to think about that because I haven't played a Metal Slug game in a while. But there's one on the Wii which is pretty good.
Like
Metal Slug X, I think, was one of them.
I think they have a collection on the Wii. I don't know if they're on the Virtual Console or not, because they're like Neo Geo or.
There is one on the Virtual Console. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, there was also one on the Game Boy Advance if you can find it.
Yeah. Yeah, I recommend it though. If you like left to right shoot 'em up action.
Well, I don't dislike it. I haven't played too many games in that specific genre though. So.
You played Contra, Gunstar Heroes.
I played Contra 3 and I never beat it because I got to the level where you're like where I think you're on like either a motorbike or on a highway or something, and I died.
On that note, didn't WayForward actually make a Contra game?
Yeah, they made Contra 4.
Contra 4.
And you haven't played that yet, Ted?
No. I just don't have too much interest in Contra because I suck. So.
I kind of figured that WayForward's involvement would have gotten you interested.
It has. It's just not really at the top of my priority list.
Either way, I think Ted said sometime before that he has more affinity for WayForward's original IPs rather than licensed games.
Yeah. Shantae's great. I love all of the Mighty games. Like, putting their name on something that at least gets me interested, though, at the very least.
Honestly, the only thing that really bugs me about the overall design with the characters in this iteration of Shantae is that they have next to no stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're twigs.
Oh, yeah. Especially I was noticing that with Abner, I think it was, the older zombie brother. Like, he looks like he looks like a starved dog, which is kind of disturbing, actually.
Well, that's appropriate for a zombie, but, like, for the females here, like, there's the chest, then there's a void, and then there's hips.
It's the hourglass figure taken to its
like,
logical extreme.
Eat a sandwich.
Well, no, they have to have the sexy hourglass figure, John. Jeez.
You can eat a sandwich and still have an hourglass.
No, you don't.
Okay,
you have to starve
that is totally
yourself.
not fair. She can use the monkey bullet as an attack.
Yeah, because she's us, but she's just our magic. She's not tagged down by any of that human shit.
So this is Nega Shantae.
Apparently, wait, hold on. Did the Kickstarter get to the stretch goal where Nega Shantae comes back?
I don't think so.
No. I really hope that they for I don't know, another game in the series or something. If they said that they're gonna have the alternate costumes in Half Genie Hero, I hope one of an unlockable skin is the Nega Shantae colors, because I really like the color scheme for her here. It's cool. I don't know.
One of the things about the alternate costumes, I think, in Half Genie Hero is that they're going to actually change up your stats, though.
Yeah. Well, it could. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to change up your stats. I would just like it being an alternate color, basically.
Yeah, most of the time that's enough for me for it to warrant a second playthrough. Yeah, that usually isn't for me. Magic mode, again, for the director's cut. Shantae gets a completely new set of sprites.
Well, magic mode is... they bring the magic mode sprite back for Pirate's Curse, don't they?
For that, for the tan line temple, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get to that, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, but magic mode gives Shantae a completely different set of sprites. She's wearing that dress, she's going all Princess Leia.
I believe it's also in the iOS version as well. You get it?
I think that's where it was introduced first. Yes.
Yeah. I've only played a little bit of the iOS version because I believe it was free for a limited time, so I picked it up. So
I have yet to beat the game in magic mode, though.
Well, you take a lot more damage. You
take double the damage.
Yeah, and it's like, you'd probably want to stock up on potions before the end of the game in that case.
Yeah, you also want to play a lot more carefully.
Yeah.
Because I'd imagine if I were at this point of the game with magic mode, I'd probably be spamming triple spike balls because I have more than enough magic to use it now. But at the same time, I'm probably throwing caution out the window.
Yeah.
She's okay. She's at the halfway point because when you get to the halfway point, the animal attacks get a lot faster.
She also has a lot of health. I mean, she is the final
Yes.
boss, but
You want to talk about damage sponges? Here you go.
oh, there
And
we
then she
go.
explodes.
I think she also does the Shantae death animation, at least part of it, when she dies. So
Yeah.
that's a good attention to detail.
Kaboom.
So
That's how Shantae does too. So.
Yeah, we saved the wild, and now we
I
don't
didn't
have
know
magic.
Gareth was here.
Yeah, and we don't have any magic anymore. So yeah,
You
that's
punched it in the face.
yeah. So that actually sets up events in Pirate's Curse, which we will be getting to next time on BrainScratch Com Z. I mean, yeah.
GT.
No, we're not freaking.
Kai.
Kai.
We are not sellouts, John. Yet.
AF.
What? What's
Yeah,
AF?
you didn't hear me say anything.
What's AF?
Didn't hear anything.
What?
Interesting that she keeps her power to whip things with hair, though.
Yeah, but now she gets headaches.
They only hint at who Shantae's father is, right?
Yeah.
If they do, I don't remember.
I think
The
they,
legendary Dark Knight Sparta.
because I know that Shantae's mom is a genie, but I think that they hint at who her dad is in Risky's, not in Pirate's Curse. God, I get their names
Risky's
mixed
Curse.
up. Risky's Curse, yes.
It's just 1 hour for saying fuck you, and it's not as interesting as you think it is.
So yeah, now we're town genie protector again. Woot. Even though we're not a genie anymore. Oh yeah, Shantae's default sprite in this game, well, portrait, is kind of weird because she's like, durr. I know it's kind of weird to be bringing this up now, but yeah.
She's also not wearing the vest that she wears in the overworld.
Yeah. She has that back she has that in her art in Pirate's Curse, but
Yeah, but in the regular hair, it's like it's not there.
I like the vest.
I like the vest too. I think it adds.
Also, this is the world's slowest scroll thingy ever. Like, there's like 12 layers of clouds. It's actually kind of ridiculous. How much is it supposed to rain in Sequin Land? I mean, seriously.
It's mostly cloudy skies. Any rain? No, that's boring.
I know that they're trying to mimic what they did at the beginning of the game, but seriously, guys.
And then we just zoom in on the floating island up there. Hovering in the upper stratosphere.
So yeah, that was Shantae's Risky. This was Risky's Revenge. It's a good game, but Pirate's Curse outclasses it. So if you're gonna play any one Shantae game, I would recommend that one. But this isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. So
Yeah.
Better than the first game, shorter than the first game, but I completely agree. Pirate's Curse just outclasses it in a lot of ways.
I'm not even sure if I really want to finish Risky's Revenge. I think I might just wait until I can buy the Wii U version of Pirate's Curse.
I would recommend that, honestly. You've played through the best parts of Risky's Revenge at this point. So
It really is weird. Like I kind of wish we can travel back in time and see what would happen. Well, I wish we can see an alternate timeline if Risky's Revenge got the development it really needed, because you go through the third dungeon and then okay, that was quite something, and then you go through another fetch quest and then the game just sort of ends.
it's a little anticlimactic, yes.
Yes, very anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's like... it's so obviously unfinished that it's painful.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is being stuffed onto the DSiWare as opposed to being a full game. Because, like, I don't know how the DSi worked as opposed to the WiiWare, but it's obviously had to be a relatively small file size. And things had to be cut.
But we also live in a time and age where you can fit more into a small amount of space.
True, but...
Yeah, but the game doesn't feel remotely finished. It feels like there's stuff missing. It kind of feels like... If I had to make a direct comparison, what it feels like is Sonic 4 Episode 1.
It's okay,
Like-
it's more finished than that.
Well, no, because Sonic 4 Episode 1 had, an actual, like, definitive climax to it, but it feels like it cuts off part way, is all I'm saying. Like, it even ends on a cliffhangy kind of note where Shantae loses her powers, Risky goes off and does other things, and
Well, I
dum
will.
dum
It
dum.
feels like an in-between game rather than a sequel, if that makes any sense.
Well, to be fair, I do think that if anything, the limitations of Risky's Revenge help set up for Pirate's Curse in a good way. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did something great with it retroactively. It's just, the actual game on its own merits is stuck in the middle.
it's still, I think it's worth your time. It is fun to speedrun if you like don't give a shit about any of the extra crap at all. But
Jam.
yeah. So yeah, it's a good time. It's just it's outclassed now, unfortunately. So there's not an awful lot of reason to go back to it, unfortunately.